Let me read first. This is on BuzzFeed. Let me read first the statement from someone close to the Glenn Beck show. This is 100% not true. I guess this video of Glenn Beck talking. I'm not sure what. Glenn did a segment on his radio show about the decline in gold in the morning. This is on the day of the Boston bombing. And wrote a monologue at 8 a.m. for his TV show about why gold prices are dropping, over 6 hours before he even learned of the tragedy in Boston. Then, during his show, after he finished his monologue, he listed a variety of things that can destabilize the country, including attacks and a stock market collapse. Okay, that's the statement from the Glenn Beck show. His TV show is, of course, runs after the knowledge of what has happened. So they could have pulled the segment, whatever it is. If he supposedly wrote it, it doesn't say he taped it. I don't know. That response is pretty convoluted. But here he is. On the day after gold, of course, is dropped, he will start with the classic gold bug response to the dropping of gold. There's some type of manipulation going on. Somebody is purposely flooding their gold. Or people are, somebody is specifically trying not to buy gold to make the price, whatever it is. Here it is. Remember, this is the guy who makes all his money from essentially selling gold.
I'm sorry. I don't know about you. I didn't buy my gold in paper. I bought it as a safe haven. The central banks think it's a safe haven. The only thing I have to fear is the government, quite frankly. The government lying to you, the media not telling you the truth. Gold is the original gold standard, and something doesn't smell right. Such a currency of last resort that it's so unstable that only the central banks are buying it up. Here's what I recommend. Don't listen to anyone but yourself. Do your own homework, use your common sense, and then listen to the ultimate advisor, God. Because with just the last two stories, and these are not as dramatic as it would be if, God forbid, the world starts to fall apart, but just the last two stories. Let's say this turns out to be a terrorist operation with multiple bombs around the city, the stock market tanking, things going awry. Wouldn't this exactly be like how it would happen? September 11th, now that we're in this precarious situation, this is the way it will happen. It will happen really, really quickly. You better have a plan and know what you and your family are going to do in the time of more difficult days ahead. There are times, honestly, I wrote my wife before I went on broadcast today, and I said, I just wish I was home with you guys. I really do. And I wonder why we're building a network at all. And then things like this happen. And I realize that somebody has to tell you the truth. Not that we always get it right, but we try, and we're not beholden to anybody. We've been working hard.
Well, we're not beholden to anybody, but we're financed largely by the sale of gold.
Hard to build a network like any other. And to think out of the box and deliver a product that not only inspires and informs, but is also very useful. My time is valuable, and I know yours is as well. And I've told you in the past, I will not.
Okay, well, you gotta give it to him. He basically bookended the talk about the bombing in Boston, first with a pitch for one of his sponsors, and then with just sort of a direct pitch for membership.
Love the utter contempt he has for his audience.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty
my
good.
contempt for his audience doesn't anywhere near approach his contempt for his
No,
audience.
I really do think Glenn Beck must really, really hate his audience. He must be, what must be going on in his mind back there is, I'm going to pull out the old, don't listen to me. Do your own homework. Listen to God. But let me tell you the truth, just to supplement what God's going to tell you. Because God may get interrupted in between telling you things. And so I'm going to just do a value add to what God is saying.
And then let you know how important the work I do is.
Right. And if you want a value add to the value add of what God does, get the Glenn Beck Extreme membership. It's a double membership, but I think you're going to find that it's worth it. It's almost double godly. I'm going to go and call my family now.